Good morning, Abraham. It's a pleasure to inquire and share with you again. I had a couple of questions I really wanted to look at and see if you would help me with them. My first question is that in my time here, in my physical experience, I was part of a process called the military. And in that, there was some great trauma. And also in that, for me, there was the taking of others' lives. And so I know, I'm not responsible for that. And I guess my question is, that's all gone. I just let that go. I don't involve myself with it, but in my memory, it's there, and it comes and goes sometimes, and I'm not really sure about how to handle that, what to do with that.
Well, the reason that anything keeps coming forward in your mind is one of two reasons. Either it was enormously traumatizing when it happened, or you've been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. In other words, a child's relationship with a train, he may see a train maybe once or twice in his lifetime, let's say, but if the train ran over his toe and chopped it off, he would have a different relationship with the train than many children would have with trains. In other words, when something traumatic happens, the impact of it causes a vibrational response that then makes it continue to come and come and come and come and come. So we want to say to you, we don't want to use the word responsibility, but we're going to reflect it back to you since you used it relative to your own experience. We want to say to you, in the context in which you offered this, you are not responsible for what was not just asked of you, but demanded of you in that context. In other words, that's what you signed on for, and so we will give you that completely. You're not responsible for that, but you are responsible for the way you feel about that now, and you are responsible for your thoughts turning to it now. In other words, you are responsible for the amount of time that you keep it active in your vibration right now. Meaning, there are many things that you could think about other than that, but that comes up often. So the question that we want to discuss here is, why does it come up? Well, it's obvious, because it was big, because through life experience, you were in a situation where others demanded from you behavior that didn't match the vibration from your broader perspective. Now, it might be a little bumpy and uncomfortable as we move along here, but it will come to a conclusion that will be very satisfying and beneficial for you. When you set out to please others, so you join their club and you keep their rules, and it matters to you, their opinion of you, their approval of you becomes the most dominant thing, then what happens is you replace your guidance system with them. But the tricky thing is, no one else can really replace that. And so through all of that, even though the rules and the laws and your peers and the movement and everything about that time and that place made it seem impossible for you to do other than keep those rules, still in all of that you were defying who you really are. It happens with almost everybody all day, every day, as people go to work and be on time because they're supposed to, even though from their broader perspective something else might be more in keeping with who they are and what would be beneficial to them. People do all kinds of things all day, every day, but the subject that we're talking about is letting society or anyone dictate to me what my behavior should be in a given moment in time. And in order to let society or anyone dictate that to me, then I have to let go of this. And we just want to say to you, your discomfort, and we so want you to hear this, your discomfort is not because you took lives, because it's all co-creation and there is no death. Everything is a mutual co-creation, every bit of it, no matter what. And we know, they say, what about the babies? What about the women and children? Every bit of everything is co-creation, and everybody creates their own reality. So let that go if you can. But you're not suffering because you were mandated to take the lives of other people. You're suffering because you followed guidance other than the guidance that was coming forth from within. It's like sometimes somebody will say, my husband died, or my lover died, or my child died, or someone important to me died, and I'm suffering terribly as a result of it. And it's hard for them to hear, but we mean it with such fervor as we say to them, this pain that you're feeling is not because that person has died. This pain that you're feeling is because you are using this as your excuse to not be who you are. In other words, you're not missing them, you're missing the way you felt before you were using that as the excuse not to feel that way. You're missing you. You're missing your alignment with you see. You're creating a void. You're not letting the source within you love you the way the source within you loves you, even though you had that experience, you see. You're holding yourself apart from the love that source offers you and using that as the excuse. So stop it.
Thank you. I heard the beeper, and I have one quick question. Ever since I was young, I had this fantastic and amazing association with the bees. And recently, a real close beast of ours left. And I really had a hard time and struggled along with my wife how this took place because
you're not missing the beast. You're missing the way you feel when you were with the beast. So what the beast represented to you was those close animals. They are so easy to love, and they hold themselves as object of attentions that cause you alignment. They teach you alignment by their very beingness, you see. But we're going to say the same thing to you again that we just said to you. It's not the animal you miss. It's the way you felt that was inspired by the animal, you see. And that's why that happened, because you've been questioning this other big issue that we just chewed on, that you feel so much resolution in already. You've been suffering over that for a long time. And the beast said, let me see if I can help you out. Let me see if I can help you out understand something that's really important, you see.
I thought so.
Good time for a segment of refreshment.